welcome back. I'm just here with some more encouragement today on your carnivore journey, hopefully. Hopefully that you have seen my previous videos and maybe you're kicking around looking into carnivore keto. If you are, please comment below on what you're working on, what you have questions on. If you've already been doing the carnivore journey and you're just enjoying my content, please put some comments down, like and subscribe. But I just wanted to tell you, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I mentioned that I was on some mental health medications and I was able to get off of those with the carnivore diet and eating the proper human diet. And I just wanted to share with you, some of the background on, my mental health journey. Maybe you've been there and can relate, and I'm hoping to give you a little bit of encouragement through my journey. But I lost a child. My oldest son was shot and killed, and I went into some pretty deep trauma, and my body reacted. I felt like my brain just snapped. I wasn't able to function. Everything made me cry. Just a really sad place. And I still had children in the house that were, my youngest son was 10 years old at the time. I remember having to plan his birthday party and his 10th birthday party and a funeral. We had to actually ask the funeral home to move the funeral date so that it wasn't on the same date as my youngest son's birthday. So yeah, I've been through it. And not to make you feel sorry for me, but maybe to help you understand a little bit how the carnivore journey and the carnivore diet can help you. Severe depression, after about, a year, divorce failed, really, when you go through something like that with a loved one, your spouse, really, you figure out what your marriage is made of, I guess. No pun intended, but it was, it broke us, and so there was a death and then a divorce, which is almost like a death, right? And my brain and my body just shut down. And so I asked my doctor, what can I do? I've still got to function. I've still got to go to work. I've still got to take care of children in the house. And so they prescribed me some mental health medications and then, continued to increase those. And then when we were at max, they would give me another one. And I was going to therapy, and they did pretty extreme PTSD therapy on me, EMDR therapy that they usually give veterans that are coming home from war. So I was in a pretty dark place, and they were trying to fix me, but it was not until I went on the carnivore diet and cut out all the carbs and the sugar, vegetables and fruit, and just only ate meat, that I was able to heal. Now, it was about a year or so into my carnivore journey that I noticed one day that I was like, when was the last time I took my mental health meds? And I was like, man, I was religious at taking them, the first 10 years that I was prescribed them. And so I called my doctor for a refill one day, and I was like, I don't think that I need them anymore. So we tapered off. It was about a year and a half into the carnivore journey that I was actually off all medications for mental health. There was two, one a depression and an anxiety medicine. And then also they ended up, I don't know if it was just the medicine that was creating the turmoil in my head, but they ended up putting me on ADHD medicine. It was so hard to sit and listen to a cubicle mate at work, eat chips. I couldn't focus on work. So then they prescribed me the ADHD medicine. So I was on all these medicines. I was eating horribly, processed foods, carbs, sugar, just to feel better. Get that dopamine hit to give me a little bit of encouragement for the day, I guess it is, but it's not the way. And I wish that they would have given me, a different way of eating, instead of just pumping medications into me. I've mentioned before that the big pharma companies are there are a couple of them that's been proven that they have directors and high people up in the companies that own some of the processed food companies. So conflict of interest for the big pharmas, they want us to stay unhealthy. It's how they build their pockets, right? They get fat pockets off of our diseases. So, as my body just started to deteriorate, I started to get severe arthritis. I had my ankles and feet were so swollen at the end of the day that I couldn't walk. My back, so much pain, I couldn't even bend over or sit down to use the bathroom. Like I was going to physical therapy and taking the steroids for inflammation and pain meds, and on top of everything else. And so I went on the carnivore journey. I started the carnivore journey just for weight loss. And as I've mentioned before, I've gotten so many other benefits, to include a relationship with my Heavenly Father. And I just want to encourage someone out there that's hurting. Just let them know that there is hope and light at the end of the tunnel. And I just hope that you'll listen to some of my other videos, do some research on it, and clean out your cupboards, replace it with animal product based foods, meat, dairy, butter, bacon. We've gone over all of the options, right? I've even done a couple of videos showing you some things that you can do that are really quick to make. But it's really important to have all the bad stuff out of your cupboards, because when you're hungry and hangry and you've had a long day, or you've had some trauma, right? You've had some trauma. What you're going to go for is what's available. So if at all possible, get rid of those seed oils. They're so harmful to you. Get rid of the coffee creamer that has no animal product in it. It's not even real. It's corn syrup and corn oil, and it's processed. Get rid of the coffee creamer. It's okay to have coffee. Put some heavy whipping cream in there instead. Maybe further down your carnivore journey, you'll not need the creamer anymore, but it's okay. Put the whole heavy whipping cream in there, whip it up, froth it, make yourself a lovely cup of coffee. It's okay. You just want to get rid of the ones that have all the flavors and the sugar and that are highly processed, and they're not even whole food. So again, there is hope at the end of the tunnel. I didn't tell you about the death of my son for pity, but just to know that how much of a dark place that I was in, and what the carnivore journey did to pull me out. And you can do it too. You can do it even if your trauma is not as bad as mine, even if your trauma was worse than mine. You've got this. And I hope that this is a beckoning light that is shining on you in a really hard moment. You've found this video at the right place at the right time. And it's time. It's time to be happy. It's time to find yourself again. It's time to be okay. It's okay. It will work out. And I know that with this proper diet and feeding your body with healthy fats and protein, that you'll recover like I did. So be encouraged. No sugar, no carbs. And stay with me till the next time. We'll give you some more stories on how I healed, and maybe we'll even go into a little detail about what happened to my son. Maybe we'll go into some detail about divorce and what it does to a person after a long time being married. But for right now and today, I wish you love. Stay strong. Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just want